This is ABC 15 Arizona on CW-61.
Water kept getting deeper and deeper.
There was so much water, it was gushing and it knocked me over.
Oh, from drought to deluge, another atmospheric river storm pounding an already soaked California. And we're seeing some new videos just coming in from across the state that is really showing Mother Nature's destruction.
And the storms to our west will make their way to Arizona, but while it won't be a major event, it is the perfect storm for what's brewing later this week.
The White House and the Department of Education announcing a new repayment plan proposal for certain student loan borrowers early this morning. I'm ABC 15's Amelia Fabiano, and coming up, I'll explain how some people could be paying less money back each month.
She booked a cruise, even bought trip insurance in case it was canceled. It was. I'm investigator Joe Ducey. Before you book any travel, you'll want to see what happened to this Valley woman.
And this is not a drill. Girl Scout cookie season, people. It is here, and there is a new cookie in the batch as well. Of course, with all the ones you love and know, like the Thin Mints. Oh, gosh. The trefoils, is that how you pronounce that one? I really like those ones, and the tagalongs.
And you know what? Any of them.
Put my order in already.
What's the caramely one? Is that the tagalong? The chewy
no, that's the peanut butter one, is the tagalong. That's why I love that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Any of them. I'd take all of those boxes. Hey, good morning, and welcome back to ABC 15 Mornings here on CW-61. I'm Justin Pizzera, alongside Allison Rodriguez, who is craving, apparently, some Girl Scout cookies.
Couple of Girl Scout cookies. Can you blame me?
No.
I don't think so, right? Let's bring in our friend Megan Thompson here. She has the latest on our roads this morning. And if you're stuck in any issues, hopefully you got some snacks to just
gosh, wouldn't that be
on.
nice? That would make things a lot easier if you had a couple Do-si-dos next to you. Personally, have them right in the cup holder. I think it works well when you have them stacked like those Girl Scouts sell them. And you may need them if you're traveling on the 202, the westbound direction of the Red Mountain Freeway, because we've got a crash blocking those left lanes near McDowell Road. This is typically an area that I see nice smooth sailing. Unfortunately, we do have those issues there. Lots of brake lights being used at this point, and we do see a tow truck has arrived on scene, so hopefully some relief is coming. But in the meantime, we are still seeing those speeds reduced below 25 miles per hour, with that backup stretching a few miles back at this point of the morning. Also, a few crashes off the freeway to tell you about. Just west there of the I-10, Knox and 36th Street, we've got a crash in the Ahwatukee area. And as we zoom in to spots like the I-17 and north of the Loop 101, we've got these two crashes too. So let's start in the northwestern part of the valley with that Williams Road crash at 95th Avenue. 35th Avenue in Peoria, that's just west of the 17. And on the freeway, the Loop 303, as folks are trying to make their way onto that northbound direction of that freeway near McDowell Road, we've got a crash that's blocking the left shoulder and the right shoulder. So you can get by, just be prepared to be a little bit more slow and go as you get on the freeway there, or just give yourself some extra time. Here's a view right now of those desert drive times on the I-10 from the Loop 303 to the mini stack. We are at 53 minutes right now. It's been a rough ride here. The I-17 southbound from the 101 to the stack is 21 minutes, and we're even higher on the 51 southbound from the Loop 101 to the mini stack. That's a 25-minute drive time. Now, with that crash on the Red Mountain Freeway, I'll make sure you know your East Valley desert drive times coming up.
We are into atmospheric river number 5.
There are many evacuation orders across our area right now. That means there is an immediate threat to life.
In the last 10 days, 12 people have lost their lives to these floods.
Yeah, a non-stop barrage of storms in the west. It is forcing families from their homes in California. New video shows the rescues that happened across parts of the state in just the last 24 hours. Look at that.
That's unbelievable. And nearly 90% of the state's population is under a flood watch, and the threat is far from over here. I mean, some of these are areas that I used to live in not that long ago, and to see them underwater and just completely flooded, it's unbelievable. So we want to get to ABC's Christy Aletto, who has more now.
The weather disaster rocking California has turned even more deadly and destructive, as forecasters warn most of the state to brace for a, quote, relentless parade of cyclones.
Unprecedented rainfall right now, and has been occurring throughout the day. The bad news is we're not out of it yet.
Authorities north of Los Angeles in San Luis Obispo County say floodwaters swept away a 5-year-old and his mother in their car. Witnesses reportedly rescued the mom, but the boy was swept away downstream. The city of Santa Barbara is seeing about 6 inches of rain yesterday alone, flooding homes and major highways with more rain on the way.
Northbound of the 101 shut down because of this. What is typically a babbling creek is now a raging Class 5 river. This is what 6 inches of rain on top of saturated ground looks like.
The new round of severe weather now triggering floodwaters in areas at risk for mudslides because of previous wildfires that have made vegetation less stable.
We're really kind of asking everybody in the county to shelter in place, as it were.
And overnight, some of California's wealthiest neighborhoods were under evacuation orders, including Montecito, the seaside community that's home to Oprah, Rob Lowe, and other celebrities.
This is crazy.
Ellen DeGeneres posting this video showing a raging creek near her home.
This creek next to our house never flows, ever.
Christy Aletto, ABC News, New York.
Gosh, that is just something to see all that video, Allison. I was talking to my friend in Los Angeles this morning. She's like, I haven't seen anything like this. It's just awful. So here in the valley right now, it's cloudy over the valley. 50 degrees in Phoenix. It's in the 50s in Tempe and Mesa as well. Goodyear and Glendale still hanging out in the 40s right now. Today, though, our chance for rain doesn't come until tonight, and it's just a 10% chance of rain here in the valley, so just a smidge. It is possible that you're going to see a scattered shower. In the high country, though, that is going to be a little bit different. They are expecting snow 80 to really, you are going to see it. It's just expected. We're talking about 1 to 3 inches in Flagstaff. Now, the thing about this is the wind today in Flagstaff. It might not be that much snow, but we're talking about gusts up to 50 miles an hour. So it could make for some pretty hazardous driving because you mix in snow, high winds, it's going to be pretty difficult to see. We are expecting, though, a lot of rain here in the valley. That's coming. We're going to talk about that coming up in your full forecast.
Happening today, the city of Phoenix and American Airlines celebrating the arrival of the first direct flight between Monterrey, Mexico and Phoenix in nearly 20 years. Mayor Kate Gallego does plan to attend and speak, as well as a representative from the Consulate of Mexico. They're going to address the economic impact this flight route creates and also the demand for international travel to destinations throughout Mexico. New this morning for you as we talk about travel. How about the roads? Gas prices, they are on a roller coaster. Prices slightly dropping overnight, but they're still higher than they were a week ago, both nationally and in Arizona. AAA reporting the average price for a gallon of unleaded gas is $3.27, but we are paying about 14 cents more here in Arizona. A spokesperson for AAA saying prices could start to fall again as we head toward February, barring any major events that involve oil.
All new this morning for you, thousands of dollars paid for the vacation of a lifetime. A Valley woman set for her first cruise and peace of mind with trip insurance. But when that peace turned to frustration, she let Joe know.
Tripped, booked, bags packed, excitement in the air.
This was my maiden cruise.
Georgia, her daughter Jackie, and a group of friends planned a trip with Norwegian Cruise Line in July of 2022.
I was going to have one of the forward-facing suites. I mean, I just kept upgrading.
For easy travel, they booked everything through Norwegian, including flights.
We're, excited about it, and the first thing I got was a text.
Then she called me. I went, uh-oh. She's serious. They canceled our flight.
You may remember last 4th of July weekend, a glitch forced American Airlines to cancel thousands of flights, including Georgia and Jackie's.
The best they could do was get us to the second port an hour after the boat left.
Georgia says after trying for hours, they finally got through to Norwegian.
She said, just cancel your trip and file for insurance.
I'm not telling you I want to cancel. It was really obvious they wanted us to say that.
Georgia filed a claim through Aon Travel Insurance. Both women contacted their credit card companies wanting to get those charges reversed. Jackie paid through Visa. Her charges were reversed right away. Georgia went through American Express, and things got interesting.
You made the airline flight through them. It's a no-brainer. And then they talked to Norwegian.
Amex denied Georgia's refund. She disputed the claim with Norwegian. They did refund some of her money, but not the majority.
I'm in the hole for $7,500.
So Georgia let me know. We contacted Aon Travel Insurance, where her claim had been pending for months. At first, she was denied. Then Aon came back, saying Georgia would receive cruise credits. Even though the issue was with a flight booked by Norwegian, it didn't meet the requirements for reimbursement.
We did everything right. Everything right.
Now Georgia's left asking, is trip insurance really worth it?
It's so restrictive. Read the 36 pages of the contract with your attorney.
As for American, they refunded the money for Georgia's flight, but because she booked through Norwegian, the money went back to them. We're trying to work it out. If you're a problem solver, become a Let Joe Know volunteer. Fill out the form at abc15.com/letjoeknow. I'm investigator Joe Ducey. If you've got a problem, let me know.
Some new video from Pennsylvania, and it shows tractor trailers packed with nearly 65,000 Girl Scout cookie packages as they get ready for the upcoming cookie selling season. And this year, a new addition to the cookie lineup making its debut.
The Raspberry Rally. I actually want to, this needs like a round of applause. It looks like a Thin Mint, but has a raspberry flavor.
Ooh.
Girl Scout cookie season runs through March the 12th. Now that
something
looks,
to cheer about, yeah.
That is something right there.
I'm ABC's Justin Finch. The White House says it is cooperating with a Justice Department investigation centered on classified records recently found in President Biden's former office. Why some say this is not like the Mar-a-Lago case, and more details ahead.
You've heard the saying, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but if you're looking to lose weight, brunch might be your best bet. In this morning's Health Insider, we're taking a closer look at the ins and outs of intermittent fasting.